Combat knives. You guys want to see them? We're going to show them. Let's go. About a year and a half ago, I featured this knife on the channel with like a sneak peek. I never got a chance to do a deep dive into it. It is the WORK TUFF GEAR Wilderness Warrior. Now, this is the Gen 2 model. It has a few improvements over the original. I think you're going to like it. So first, let's cut away. Let's take it over to the tabletop. I got a brand new bench to show you guys. And then we'll do a quick specs rundown. We'll run it through some tests over on the old chopping block. And then we'll come back here and break it down for you. Folks, it doesn't get any better than this. Combat survival knives, you're here with me. The video starts now. Well, you guys had a chance to see just a little bit what it did on the block. So we're just going to deep dive right into it without any fluff. First off, let's talk about the design. It is a drop point design. You guys know that I am a fan of a drop point design. Now, the Gen 2 model changed just a little bit. They have a 90-degree spine almost all the way down the top part of the spine right up into the thumb ramp. And that thing just rakes the fire steel, just created great sparks. So just a check in the plus column. Made out of SK85 steel that is a high carbon steel. It's a Japanese high carbon steel. And it is the mainstay of WORK TUFF GEAR's lineup. They do a very good job. This is close to 3/16 of an inch wide. They have fuller grooves in there. That adds a little bit of strength to the spine of that blade. Just stiffens it up really nice. You have a nice finger choil in the front for some detailed carving. You're looking at the handles. They're G10 handles. They're a olive color. You have nice thumb ramps on there that are scalloped out. And you have bow drill divots, and then always the pommel. Now, I always say, in my belief, that handles are the most important part of any knife, and this handle hit all the marks. I like a nice palm swell in a handle. You have that Coke bottle feel to it. It felt very secure in my hand. I have medium-sized hands, and this fit very well. If you have large hands, I think this will serve you well also. You have a nice pronounced curve on the pommel. That way you're able to get in multiple grips. If you put a lanyard on here, you can do what I call the back seat grip. Basically, you're up with your fingers and you're able to use that as a pendulum. It works really nice for chopping. The blade just comes razor sharp right out of the box, as with all Work Tuff Gear knives. And the jimping on the front, I didn't find that it was overpronounced at all. With every Work Tuff Gear knife, Vic and the team over there always do a great job with their Kydex sheaths, and this one is no exception. You have a nice taco style sheath. This one comes with a Tech Lock. It's not officially a Tech Lock name, but it's a Tech Lock style clip to it, and you can basically put that on there as scout style. You can do it as a drop down left and right carry. You're only limited by your imagination, and then you have multiple settings on this as well. So whichever way you carry a blade, you can configure this knife. It works really nice in this lineup. So you have to ask yourself, who does this knife appeal to? And I'm going to get up close and talk to you guys here. One, I could see if you're a guide. If you're guiding trips into the backcountry, this is a very stout blade that is going to serve you well. If you're a hunter, if you're a fisherman, even if you're a bushcrafter, I could see you using this blade. It works very nice. Now, I really like this design, and you're probably asking yourself, gosh, John, what's the appeal to it? Well, it has that Tops smoke jumper-esque to it, and I really like this smoke jumper. It's one of my top 5 blades of all times, and this blade fits right in that category. I could just see myself using this blade out in the bush, and even guys that are in the military, if you're in a combat unit, I could see you carrying this blade on your LBEs and going into battle with this. This knife would serve you well. It's very robust, and it's just tough as hell. All I can say is Katie bar to the door with this blade. SK85, 90-degree spine, fuller grooves in the blade. You have a saber grind with a convex edge. You have a nice finger choil. You have G10 scales, just beautiful G10 scales. Knife is very well balanced. The thumb ramp isn't overpronounced. The Kydex is just outstanding. It weighs just a little bit over 15 ounces. I could see you using this blade in a lot of applications. If you want to learn more about this blade, I will leave links in the video description below over to Work Tuff Gear. And with that, folks, it's a wrap. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Now get out and use your gear.